It's good to see you. So, like I was pantomiming, just in case you don't read lips, we're going to be playing with palette knives. And palette knives are pretty awesome. And we've got a scraping knife. I don't know the name of this one. And this one's for mixing. This one is for whatever. And you can pretty much... Cricket's Nature. Linda Pressel. Hey, how are you guys doing? I have to look off camera to see the thing, so if I miss your comment right away, I'll get to it as soon as I can. So I figured that, I pour all the time, so it might be fun to try something new. So we went to a vendor event, and like 4 people showed up the whole night. And I had my whole setup there. I have like copper pipes that I've turned into a lattice work and made it all fancy and wanted it to look super good. Anyway, it looked great. However, nobody showed up. So I brought my paints and I brought my palette knives, and I knew I couldn't pour there, but I knew I could do some palette kniving. And hey, we have Ella Enchanted from Toronto, California, and Cassandra Kemp. Hello, hey. Welcome to the stream. So I'm just going to get doing this. I have no ultimate plan on what it's going to look like, other than I want this part to be black down the center and kind of fan out here. And then we're going to use Prussian blue, ocean green, burnt sienna, raw umber, and cadmium yellow to kind of work in for this bit. I know, right? I can't believe nobody showed up. And the funny thing is, there was so much drama the whole time about it. I hate drama. I'm just not a fan. I mean, who is a fan of drama? But seriously, the whole time, we had paid for people to advertise it, and well, we were like, hey, this isn't getting advertised. We probably really do need to advertise this thing if it's going to get out. And so the lady was like, you're trying to tell me how to do my job? Oh, no, I didn't flip the camera around. I'm a nerd. Paint time? Paint time. Transition. I'm a nerd sometimes. So this right here is all acrylics. I'm sure someday I'll try oils. I don't really, to be honest, I've been doing art for about a year. I've always drawn, I've always done graphite stuff. But I'm just kind of starting with acrylics because I've been doing a lot of acrylic pouring. And so we'll kind of see how it goes. Got some of this Prussian blue in here. Oh my goodness, look at that name. Anceletto Estacio Ecologia. Hello, welcome to the stream. That name, man, that's tongue-tied for English speakers. Maybe some a little bit. So I'm really trying. I don't have a one of those things. What's it called? One of the things you mix, like a palette. One of those glass palettes. I heard are pretty awesome. And we're just going to kind of build it up, and we're going to play until we're happy. Which, that's kind of the cool thing about palette knives, from my point of view, is that you can just mess with them until you're done messing with it, and you think you've got it. And there's all kinds of stuff you could do. If you're not... Miss Pat Quimby, what's up, girl? Oils are a pain. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. But yeah, just mess around with palette knives. I mean, they're kind of cool where you can take edges and push them hard into the canvas and kind of do stuff. One thing I did in another painting is I made a whole bunch of heavier crushes into it, like indentations. Oh, no. I don't have any formal training. I'm just meticulous, maybe. I'll play with something until I'm happy. Thank you, though. I appreciate the compliment. I watched a lot of YouTube. Anne Marie was the one who got me started into acrylics at all. She's absolutely fantastic. Oh, one thing. Okay, there's this guy. He's way better than I am, and you should probably check him out because he's better. His name is Suraj Fine Arts, Suraj. And this is the guy who I've gotten a lot of my palette knife things from. Like, he does some interesting things, like takes some colors, and so he loads up the edge and he'll just like insert a slash of it and just leave it really rough. I don't know if you can see it from the angle you're at, but like that's really thick and it sticks up, and it's just kind of fun. It gives us some texture. And as an acrylic pourer, I don't really get to play with texture a whole lot. And so I don't know, it's just fun. But let's kind of get back to this. I think I'm gonna maybe do a limiting line. Those aren't gonna stay there, so I'm just gonna pull them up. Maybe from halfway up, we'll just kind of start pushing them up, and we'll start building up the colors. Maybe keep this, and then make it look like the Prussian blue is kind of coming up this way. And then maybe we'll do the raw umber kind of, and mix a little bit with the Prussian blue. Anyway, we don't have a plan. We're just doing. And if it turns out, that's sweet. And if it doesn't turn out, we'll just keep playing with it till it is. Oh, Crickets, you're going to make me blush. I don't know if YouTube fixed a thing where you could see live comments, but she said, "No, you're just incredibly, amazingly talented." Thank you. You know, I have done over 100 videos now, though, so it's not like I'm just now doing my first one. I used to make them every single day, and I just started a job, actually. And so I just started a job, and so I had been doing them 2 videos a week, and I kind of messed up. I had told everybody I was going to be on 2 videos a week, and then I just didn't. And so if you were waiting for a video, I'm sorry. I'm just loading up the edge here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe... really scheduled my live streams, so they kind of just happen when they happen. And so glad to have you. All right, get some more of this. The only downside to this is loading up my thing this way is it feels to me like there's a lot of chance to kind of mess it all up. Not mess it up, but contaminate my tubes. Oh, thank you, Rainbow Bright. Rainbow Bright. That's a fun name. Is there a story behind that? So you would not believe what happened the other day. I was merging into a lane, and a lady didn't want to let me in, and she actually hit my car. Like, she drove into me. I was stopped, and she drove into me. I couldn't believe it. I had never seen anyone ever do that in my life before. Yeah, it was just absolutely insane. I was like, did she really just Yeah, she really did. She just ran into me on purpose. Ugh. Anyway. Whatever. I'm gonna have to come back over that with another color. Maybe put some Prussian blue here and blend to the middle. Kind of completely change the mood. Oh, thank you, Cricket. These past videos are so gold. Thank you, guys. You know, I love making videos, especially because I'm a people-ish person. Like, if I'm not with a person, it's not fun for me. And I can't just, like, I don't know. It's just not fun if I don't spend time with people. And so if it wasn't for you guys, I never would. I never would have stayed with painting this long. I was inspired for a little while, and that would have lasted for, a moment, but the community is really fun. No, I wasn't hurt from the crash story just a second ago. I wasn't hurt. It was like, I really think that they didn't realize that they were going to hit me. I think they thought, and, I could be completely wrong, but I think they thought they were just going to get really close and intimidate me out. And, I was being stubborn, and I think they didn't realize they were that close to me. So it was a really slow collision, and nobody was hurt. It was just like, did you got to remember you be in Austin. I know. Austin drivers are crazy. Oh my goodness. Pat can back me up on this. Austin drivers are nuts. And you know what? It's crazy. Like, half the Austin drivers are super kind, super courteous, and the other ones I want to punch in their neck. Right in their neck. Right where it meets their shoulder joint right there. Oh. And everybody else is like, I don't know if I want to watch this guy anymore. Oops. Got a little excited there, and I went and smashed into some stuff. You know what's funny? The other day I was painting, and the last video, I don't know if I mentioned it or if I called attention to it, but I splattered painting all over my laptop. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, not even just a little. I, like, jacked it up with paint. And so, within the next couple of days, I think so. We've got a thing where it feels like all the motion is headed left and right. I think I'm going to, oops, there's a fly. I think we're going to keep all the motion left and right. So a lot of our lines will be long. And I'm just going to, now that's art. Oh, man. Oh, I believe it. I believe crazy drivers in Boston. I've heard stories. That's funny, though. Oh, my goodness. And that much in the corner. You know what? Actually, I bet the drivers are probably crazier in Boston than they are in Austin. People just don't realize that their little city isn't little anymore, and they get crazy. And then they crush into things, and they're crazy. So that's all I got to say about that. No, I've got more to say, believe me, but I'll just not. Actually, I kind of want to get my brush into this thing. I know I said palette knives, but I kind of want to. I just bought this brush, and it was on like 60% discount. And anyway, it brought it down to like $2. So I was really excited. I mean, it's not even a super nice brush, but it's an inch wide, and I don't know, all the other things. I'm not a normal brush person, so kind of wish I wouldn't have done that, actually. keep it on the top though. Oh, that's cool. I like how that color kind of streaks through. But yeah, we're just going to keep building it up and do progressive things. And I wasn't thinking, and so I didn't bring water out. Whatever. Okay, so we gotta come back and backfill some of these things. And this to me isn't that interesting to write down this middle line. I kind of wanted to have more of a thing where we kind of worked our way off the black. So the black was a backdrop. Yeah. Oh yeah, kind of a lava flowy bit. Okay, so I'm just going to keep loading up the very, very edge. Kind of give us a reinforced line here. Huh, that was fun. Wiped off too much paint though. You know what, that Surge Fine Arts, Suraj Fine Arts I was telling you about? That guy is so ridiculous. He makes it look so easy. I'm actually very enamored with his painting skills. Oh, thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, so, oh, you said your TV froze. Would you miss? You didn't miss anything. It was probably on my end. My wife actually sells a clothing line, and I'm going to go live with her one of these days. I just started the job, so I got to find time now where I'm going to do it, but yeah, I'm going to go live with her, set her up on YouTube, and just be crazy. I've tried on her dresses for her customers before. I really hope they weren't built like me, though. Or, if they are, I don't judge. I don't care what they look. So this is burnt sienna. This is a brown, but it's more red. And so this brown over this yellow kind of turned poop color. And I like less poop colors on my thing. So maybe we could just give a hint of something going over it to take away from the fact that it kind of poopy bits. I bet you didn't think you were going to come to YouTube and hear that word tonight, huh? Poopy bits. No, actually, so the new job is more of software. I help schools set up their registration process so that the administrators never have to touch a paper. Because did you know they have to enter in every single one of your kids' registration things? I didn't know that until I started working in this job. I mean, of course, if I would have thought about it, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, somebody's got to enter that in. But it didn't occur to me until I started working here. So we try to make it so the administrators get freed up to do other things. And it ends up saving them like crap tons of money. And so the only way it's an art-ish is I try to make their registration pages look nice. But other than that, there's no art to it. Okay. I kind of want to get some of this blue heavier on that top side. Because we've got we'll work our dark colors down and our light colors up. So Where's Prussian blue? Is it like PeopleSoft? I'm not familiar with PeopleSoft. I mean, literally, I've only been doing this job for a week and a day. It's called PowerSchool. And so, yeah. So we got the dark colors, and we'll work those up after we've been working that brown down. And yeah, I guess I just tried to not cut the canvas, but cut away some of the acrylic as it dries. Oh, okay, I gotta do, I'm gonna get this here. Oops. Ended up sucking in some paint. There we go. Just had to push it back out. Oh man, you're not kidding. So if you can't see this on the replay, I think YouTube fixed this so you can now see the live chat on the replay. Cricket said, well then you'll keep all, when you keep all your artistic creative for fun, you won't get burned out. Yeah, you're using both sides of your brain. At my last job, it was boring. Really boring. And so, so I was getting burnt out, like for real burnt out on just ridiculous stuff. And so when I started art, it kind of like helped me get through it. Cause like, I don't know, I gotta create. I need people. I need to make things. I need to do fun things. These are things I know as a person I need. And so when I started arting, it just completely was like that missing piece of the puzzle that I didn't know I was missing, but I was missing. If we can get some of this color mixed up here, I think that would look pretty awesome for this top part. Oops. I put my thing down too low and I ended up scraping off all the paint we had just spent so much time putting there. Okay. I think we're almost done. I'm going to get maybe a little bit of yellow worked in this bit right here and then maybe figure out something right along this line because I'm not entirely happy with the way this part looks. We'll figure it out when we get there. No big deal. Yeah. So guys, what is your style of art? What do you guys do? Some people don't art and just like to look at it. Some people practice, but what is your guys' favorite style to do? It's really surprised me. I've seen some watercolorists that are just out of this world. I went through a little watercolor phase right in the middle, and I had no idea it was so hard to get watercolor done well. And I don't know, it blew me away. I'm going to switch knives to this. I think this one is for mixing paint, but this is the one I want to use right now. I'll just get a little bit. I'm kind of loading it on the flat of the blade because I want to use the bottom of it a little bit to kind of smack it down the canvas. gonna just dab it on there. That's fun. It needed that. Ooh, I love alcohol inks. Oh, those are my favorite. Alcohol inks are so vibrant and just energetic, and yeah, they're so good. You know what's funny? Okay, this is a learning experience. Hopefully you will learn from me, because what I did was my favorite piece that I ever created. You know how they say you need to seal it with Kamar varnish, which is wow, somebody put a weed whacker on top of my finishing supplies. They say you're supposed to put a couple coats of this. Well, I did put a couple coats of this, but I didn't put them thick enough. So he ended up using the next shinier thing that I wanted to put on, and it completely made everything run. I was so disappointed. Anyway, so use lots of Kamar. Mike Bruno! Let's see. Cynthia makes jewelry and started painting with acrylics. In the past 3 to 4 months, the fluid art has consumed me. Oh, man. I know, right? I love Dirty Pours, too. It's kind of like the found art where you, I don't know, just something about it when you, I don't know. I love it. I think I'm going to try to do the same thing that we had with this yellow up here and kind of splash it down. Yeah, dog. I felt like I needed to record. I haven't recorded in a few days because I've just been kind of consumed with life. And so I thought it would be better to get it in everybody's hands like right now compared to like later tomorrow, because I've already made everybody wait. Yeah, okay. It's got okay. And then the last thing, I'm going to take another shot at Prussian on both sides of this thing. I'm really digging that Prussian blue. Hey, sweet. Really, I didn't know that. I have to make sure I use even Kamar. Yeah. So they sell this at Walmart, but I think they're phasing it out, and Walmart's the cheapest place to get it. It's in the craft section, and it's the cheapest by like $3 or $4. And so last time I went, I bought a few. Oops. Sorry, I know I went silent, but really concentrating on not messing this part up. Just trying to catch. So we made ridges, and I'm trying to catch the paint that's currently on there, on these ridges, just the way they are. Because you can kind of like, so once this part dries, how we made all this texture right through here, if you really wanted to, you could take, one of these knives with pigment all through here, and when you swipe it through, it really catches on those ridges, and it kind of gives it like a what is it called, like a almost not patina, but when you age something, when you age your I forget what it's called, like a glaze. It looks so, yeah. I got all excited. Did you hear that? Like, it's a glaze. Big dork. What else are we gonna do? Okay. This might ruin it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Where is it? I want my box of supplies. So I've got a ton more of these colors here. I'm going to take a couple splashes of wild color. I just started with acrylics, thought I'd give pouring a try. Mostly I abstract watercolor with watercolor pencil and gel pen. Cool. And that was Lorena Smith that said that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So this is orange. Just orange? That can't be right. What does the side say? Professional grade. Okay, so it didn't tell me what they used to make the orange hue, but orange. That's all they gave me. Orange. Maybe one over here. And there. Okay. What kind of activities do I do for stress relief? I read a lot. I'm a voracious reader. I read all kinds of junk, all kinds of self-help. I listen to books. I watch. I like books a lot. And I paint. Actually, I only paint for YouTube. So, I mean, it is definitely my stress relief. But if you don't see a video, I haven't painted for stress relief. Yeah, I really like painting on YouTube. And, oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all know, but when you hit a thumbs up or when you comment, YouTube, in their algorithms, they're like, oh, okay, people are interested enough in this art to, be engaged and whatnot. And so when you comment and when you like and stuff, oh my gosh, JP Sears, that's the guy, the guy that acts like a new age hippie type thing, like the Meditarian. Please tell me it's the Meditarian guy. Oh man. So if you absolutely have no idea what I'm talking about, there's one guy who acts like a new age hippie type, and through his things, he's like, messing with, it's like oh my goodness, I'm so caught up on words right now. He's messing with vegans because, there's a lot of vegans that are kind of in your face about veganism and whatnot. And so he was like, he did the same thing but with meat, and he was waving around like raw meat, and in the outtakes, his dog, it jumps up and grabs the meat and tries to fight him for the meat in his hand, and it's really funny. And he's like, salad? Why would I eat that? That's my food's food. That guy's hilarious. Oh, man. That's awesome. When it mixes with that blue, it almost becomes violet in between. Yeah, that's really cool. Do a lot of mixed media. I'll paint with anything and on anything. That's awesome. Did you, you know what? A lot of people try to stop it from, but if you guys want to list your your Instagrams or whatever, just go ahead. It doesn't matter. And so people can see the art that you're talking about making. All right. You know what? It is hot in Texas right now. One of y'all, Crickets is from Boston. My preferred medium is paper mache. I totally missed that. That's awesome. What type of paper mache stuff do you make? I know it. Yeah, so I really don't know the questions to ask about that. Do you have pictures? Hey, Kathy, how are you? Okay, now that we've messed with this a whole bunch, I'm going to do one more thing. And then I'm done. So he says, I'm actually from Syracuse, New York. I've just driven in Boston. Okay. My mom was born in Syracuse, actually. My whole family is either from Texas or from the East Coast, like Syracuse area, Buffalo and whatnot. I've never been there, though. Grandparents talk about it all the time, though. You know, Willem, you should go back east sometime. She calls me Willem. Kind of funny. Great to see you live. Cleveland in the house. I've never been to Cleveland. I haven't been to a lot of places on the East Coast. I did go to Fort Dix, New Jersey once, though. Chicago, Miss Dawn Spengler. Yeah. I did go to New Jersey once. New Jersey was all right. We went to, I was a soldier back in my younger days. It was probably like 26 or something. And we went to Atlantic City on our pass before we got deployed to Iraq. And yeah, Atlantic City was wild. But other than that, I really haven't been East Coast. Ohio. Ohio's pretty cool. My brother-in-law lives in Ohio. Cleveland is crazy. Georgia. Georgia. Yeah. Okay, almost done with this thing. Prussian and... Oh, man. You know what? I can't get rid of this part right here, so I don't... Should we make that a feature? Does anybody have a suggestion? This part is driving me nuts here. I don't know. Like I was saying, we're going to kind of just play with it until we're done playing with it, and then that'll be the time we're done. Oh, man. Dayton, Ohio. How big is Dayton? That's a couple million people, right? Okay. You know how I said we weren't going to do this? I lied. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. As he keeps doing it. Well, I guess that's one way to kind of get rid of the... Ugh. Ugh. The only downside is I did mess up a couple of the details that I wanted to keep. Oh well. Yellow helps. The poop brew. Oh man. Crickets, I like you. You're fun. Oh man. Yeah. Maybe some bits of more. Yeah. Okay. Whatever is meant to be will be, and that includes the art too. That's awesome. How many torches do you go through? I'm still on my first torch, believe it or not. Oh, excuse me. So I bought a big giant one that attached to one of those big things, and it was just too much. Just too much for me. And so I ended up buying this guy from Home Depot. He was $30, but it's a small welding torch. The other day I got paint. Oh, sorry. The other day I got paint inside the nib, and you can kind of see it still. And so it won't really light unless he's straight up and down. But if I'm like, well, now he's making a liar of me. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Anyway. You're right. I did like that magenta part. Let's put it back in. Let's put it back in. And we'll just kind of mix that magenta over there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. You know what? If we're just going to smear it through the canvas, let's get a good stripe of that magenta right here over that part of the yellow. I wish I would have bought more than one bottle of this. Bottle, a 10 squeezy bit tube. I wish I would have bought more than one tube because I didn't think I was going to like them. And I originally bought them because they were cheaper per ounce of what I could get out of it for acrylic pouring. Like I did all the math and I kind of geeked out over it in the middle of Hobby Lobby. I like this. You guys are awesome. I like this, and you helped me realize it was the best idea. And there it is. And there it is. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to switch back over, and we go squeezy bit. You know, that's just the technical terms. I try not to get too I try not to get too a little bit, technical and all whatnot. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for chatting me up and just keeping me company while we're just messing around here causing marks on the paper. Oh, I do want to show you this, though. So these were the... I showed this at the beginning of the video. So the first time I was trying for like this 80s deco art type thing with like like the magenta and the bright